All right, guys. So we just got here. We're gonna head inside Dooms. We're gonna play some Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm really excited. We haven't seen everybody in a really long time. As you guys know, the last time we played any kind of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh was at the Kissimmee Regional. So we've been working on some things. I haven't solidified a list just yet. So we'll see what we're gonna do. I'll show you guys what we end up playing and show you guys all the cards that we took out, the cards that we added in. But yeah, really excited to get in there, man. So let's go. This time I had to bring all my binders with me. It was super frustrating. I haven't brought all my binders in a very long time, but you know, we got some cards that we're gonna be trading for, some new stuff from Stampede. Still gotta pick up our boxes for that, but I haven't gotten anything new. Some of the upgrades that they have in there are really nice. So we brought a whole bunch of stuff to get to offload so that we can get some of those new cards. So yeah. We got some cool stuff, guys, from the voice show. Kind of dead right now, but the homies are all getting. It's gonna be a fun day. Got some fire upgrades. Homie Chris hooked this up. For the sequence. The homie Sean got the engraver. Very nice. Alright, let's open some packs of Stampede in the meantime. Let's get this. Who's EJ? EJ? Nothing. Alright, guys, so this was actually our round 2 against our boy Sergio. He was playing the Invoke Blue Eyes version of the deck. We had just played against the Blue Eyes, more pure version right before this, but our opponent didn't want to be on camera, so we always want to make sure that we respect everybody's wishes when we're recording these matches. But yeah, we took the first one. This one was going to be a little bit tougher of a matchup. We had a long game 1, so I'll try to chop it up as best I can, but we lost the die roll on this. He starts by normal summoning Alistair. We have the Veiler for that, which is fine for him. He's able to just link it off into the new Blue Eyes Link 1. Card is just absolutely crazy. And he's able to kind of just go full Blue Eyes combo. Now, if you guys haven't played against it, you know that it's going to end on the Spirits. I know that's what he was going for, but we're holding an Imperm in hand. I probably should have dropped it sooner to stop him from going into the combo, but I wasn't sure what else he had in hand, so I knew at the very least I wanted to be able to drop the Imperm to start my turn to either bait out one of the negates or bait out the switch. The card allows them to tag out into the bigger negate, which negates on field. So yeah, he goes full combo here, and then we start our turn. So we're looking in hand. We did have a couple of starters. We also had another card that will help us out after we attempt to imperm one of the gates. He tags out, brings out the bigger spirit. So we figured that was fine. He has the negate on field, but he definitely let some things go through that he probably shouldn't have. We send the engraver. I expected him to negate that. He allows that to go through. We grab track. The track will grab the lurry. We send the lurry, and he again allowed the lurry to come back out of the grave, which I was surprised. And so we go ahead. We try to continue our Fiendsmith combo. We'll link off into Requiem. And here's where he uses the on-field negate from the big spirit to negate the Requiem, tributed for cost, so now it's engraved. We drop the ice, and I know that we need something that's going to attempt to wipe his board. So all we can really do is get X. The X will give us the sword for later, and then we'll overlay into an Exiton Knight. And Exiton Knight is something that will help us try to wipe that board. We activate effect. He chains to pop it, and then chains an imperm to negate the Exiton Knight. So luckily we didn't use the second one. We let the Exiton Knight go to grave because we had the plugin in hand. So Yeah, we're just making sure that it's once per turn on that. We drop the plugin, and the plugin's going to bring back the Exiton Knight. The Exiton Knight will get a YuGiOh monster attached to it and will attempt again to wipe board. It's really just wiping the back row because I believe the one that he summoned out to his left, I can't remember, it's not a Blue Eyes card, but it does protect his monsters from being destroyed by card effects, so that's fine. He has no more negates on board, no more spells or anything, and one card in hand, so we go Fiendsmith line here, and we're going to go to a large Desiree. The Desiree is really just to set up for the negate for follow-up because we can't attack with it. The plugin locks us into attacking only with rank 4, so we're going to go all through into a Desiree here, and then we had the sword for follow-up. So what we're going to do with the sword, we're going to go into our YuGiOh combo, and we'll be able to end on a detonator, and the detonator will help us start wiping off some of those monsters. Like I said, he only had one card in hand, and we really need to just get the protection off the field and the Blue Eyes target off the field. So yeah, we're just going to go combo here, and we'll fast forward a little bit because he's going to start his turn with really nothing going forward. So we pass it back to him. We left him with just the spirit on the board, which we can deal with it. We have the Desiree, we have the detonator, and we have one card face down. So yeah, he tries to use a Sage. We ash it. He has the called by for the ash, and I have the cross out face down for the called by. So he links off into the link 1 again. Attempted to use the Desiree on it, but attributes for cost, so unfortunately that one doesn't go through. But we did have the YuGiOh cross to negate on resolution, so it'll go ahead and resolve with no effect. He turns the spirit, which is a big spirit, he turns it in, he gets rid of the detonator, but the detonator had the twins attached to it, so we're able to bring that one back, and that's really, he just ends on that. We have a huge Desiree. The Desiree has a 5 link rating attached to it, which buffs it up by 600 plus. We get rid of it. He's on nothing here, seeing what he can do. He goes ahead and he brings back out the Blue Eyes, which brings out the Maiden. But that's really all that he can do. Like I said, we're in a pretty good position here. We have a detonator, no pops attached to it, but we still have the Desiree, and we're able to just overlay into a Eclipse Twins because we play 2, and get some of those bodies off the field, and just try to leave him on nothing moving into his next turn. So yeah, I can kind of see the line where we can shut it down here. The Desiree's done its job, so we get rid of the Desiree. We're going to link the Desiree off into a Requiem and just go straight into a Wave High King Caesar after access to the Engraver. So he draws nothing, he hits the scoop phase, and we move on to game 2. So yeah, so we went ahead, we moved on to game 2 after a really long game 1. Sergio goes first. He opens up pretty much his Blue Eyes combo. We did have a Nib in hand, but as you guys see, we ended up firing it off, I think, a little prematurely. I wasn't sure where he was going to go. He plays a little bit of Spice in his deck that kind of caught us off guard. But yeah, he starts off doing his typical Blue Eyes line. And remember, I'm expecting him to end on the 2 Spirit that he ended on in the first game. So this is where we made our mistake and where I feel like I shouldn't have dropped the Nib, but he links off into a Seals, and then he goes ahead, he activates the Spirit, and to chain in response to the Spirit, we dropped a Nib. Now, had I waited to see what card he put down, I would have seen that it wasn't going to be the Omni Negate. But yeah, so he allows his board to get tributed off, which is just the Seals, and then he drops an AFD. Now, unfortunately for us, when he activates the AFD effect, he's able to pop the field spell that he has, gain 1,000 life, and then search another field spell. And the field spell that he searches kind of takes us off guard. He searches a Secret Village, I believe. Yeah, Secret Village. which prevents us from playing any spells. And we had 3 spell starters in our hand, and we had to get the Sage off the field in order to use them. So it kind of wasted our battle phase in order to do that. And we were able to go into a big Desiree, which would have done some damage in time. We're getting really close to time here, so that 1,000 life points is where it kind of shut us down. He flipped the barrier, and you can see he's just trying to stall us out to get to time. You know, part of the game. There's nothing that we can do about it. So we get the Sage off the board. The Secret Village is gone, and we can play the game a little bit. We start linking up and going full Fiendsmith line here. He banishes our Engraver with a Baldrake, and it's very apparent that he's trying to stall us out. It's unfortunate because we had full combo in hand, but they were all spells, and we had to waste our battle phase. All we had to do was 1,100 points of damage, and we could have won this game and won the match. However, unfortunately for us, time was called, so yeah. That's the game.
They don't read their cards.
And then game
He also
3,
tried to summon his
I
blue
missed
eyes.
people.
Or not his blue eyes. He tried to summon Maiden with Spirit, the link out.
Alright, so this was our round 3 against our boy Juan. It's always fun to play him. We haven't played him in a long time, and he chose to play Horus Tyr. It's one of his favorite decks, but he didn't open up super optimally in the first game. He really just had the Perlerino, and we had the Ash to stop the search, so we had a couple of our searches in hand. At this point, Juan is pretty notorious for just kind of scooping it up and hitting the scoop phase when he knows that it's an unwinnable game. So we'll go straight to game 2, where he's able to open up a little bit better. We didn't have anything super great. I think we saw everything we sided in. I put Ulti Slayers into the deck. I thought maybe we could do something with the fusions, but silly me, totally forgot that if you send them off of a card effect, they're able to come back immediately, which is like, again, why I feel Tyr was a mistake. But he starts to set up. He has his Siren, and he does a search. We draw him. We play right into Talons, and he sent the only starter we had, which I believe was a Bonfire, back to the deck. So very unfortunate. He had his opening Horus line. He gets to a Zombie Vampire, and he starts to mill. Just basically ending on the Zombie Vampire with the Sarcophagus and some of his girls in rotation in the grave. Like I said, we didn't really have anything super, super good. However, we managed to top deck an evenly matched. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go into the battle phase, and then we're going to drop the evenly, see what he chooses to keep. He did keep just the Siren on field. He let everything else go, which means he probably had some good follow-up in hand. And plus, he did have the Imseti in the grave, which gets to come back and then bring back another one. We didn't really have anything that we could do. We summoned the one sword. I believe we top deck a sword. He books it with the Meta Noise or one of the Tearlament traps. And we're able to get the search off, but now we can't overlay into any of the other YuGiOh cards or literally anything else that would help us go. So we pass turn. He brings out the Kaleido Heart, and at this point, I think we start to realize that once he has everything that's in the grave that he needs to kind of get start pumping out bodies, that this is an unwinnable game for us. So we just are thinking, seeing what we can do, remembering that he has it, and we go straight to game 3 on this one. This game, we didn't open up super great again. No YuGiOh cards in this hand. All Fiendsmith, which is okay. Desiree can be pretty deadly in a game. But so we go full Fiendsmith line. No hand traps from a typical Tearlament player. So he told us to go ahead and just kind of pop off. We get the Lacrima, dump the Engraver. We bring the Engraver back out to link them off into the sequence. And then, so here we get the sequence. Activate effect of the sequence. We'll shuffle back. And then we'll go ahead and summon out the Desiree. We link those off into Agnum Day. And then use the Agnum Day to bring back the Desiree. And then we set 3 and we pass turn here. So here one is one roll we have face down. He's literally talking out loud about what could I possibly put down to have 3 set cards. So yeah, he's going to go start his turn off with a Grief. We go ahead and we negate the Grief just because I know Grief can be a kind of desperate starter. He has the Perlerino, drops the Perlerino here, and he grabs a Rhinoheart, which is fine. If that's going to be his normal summon, we do have the Imperm for the normal summon. So he goes ahead, he normal summons it, we flip the Imperm, he pitches an Imseti, and we had the called by for the Imseti. That's the one where he kind of laughed. He wasn't expecting that to be face down. He just sets 2 and he passes. So, yeah, we're just trying to figure out a line here. We, again, didn't draw into any YuGiOh cards. We just had that big Desiree, which is really just staring down the 2 face-down cards, no cards in hand for 1, and the 1 Rhinoheart with no effect currently. So I was just making sure that when it dies, that it won't get its effect. It's off of card effects that would trigger it. So we just go ahead, we attack it, and he's just trying to see what he can do. He looks at the grave, and he attempts to called by our 1 engraver engrave. Now, I was curious as to why he did that. I was wondering if that was bait to try to bait out the Desiree negate, but we let it go through, and it turns out that it was bait, and it's really all he had left. And we drop a normal summon, we attack, and that's the game, man. Always fun to play the boy Juan. Alright guys, so we're actually 2-0-1. We're doing pretty decent. We played 2 Blue Eyes back to back, which was ridiculous. Then played against our boy Juan with his Tailorman deck. He likes playing those fun decks, so it's really awesome to get a chance to play him. But first one, we took it. Second one, we had a draw. They kind of just gained some life really late on in the game, so there's nothing we could do about it. Then the third one, we won. So yeah, 2-1 right now. We got one more round coming up, so yeah, stick with it. Alright guys, so this was actually our last round. Unfortunately, my phone ran out of memory right about a couple of minutes into this match, so I really only have us setting up and just chatting a little bit, and a few minutes of Chris comboing off before he absolutely cooked me with his Blue Eyes Tenpai list. Definitely not something I played against before. I know in this one, he starts to set up his Blue Eyes board. I'm able to stop it a little bit, and I nib him to kind of clear the board, where he had a Heraldic Seals on board. He gets to search, and of course, assuming that he was just playing Blue Eyes cards, I figured he would search a Blue Eyes card, but he actually searches a Magnamut. He does the Magnamut in end phase, and he searched a Genroku with that, which that's where I kind of was like, that's very interesting. He special summons the Genroku in the end phase, which gives him the Pydra, and if you guys know Tenpai at all, you know that once the Pydra's out and they have the field spell, there's really not too much that you can do. So both games went pretty similar, full Tenpai line. So yeah, shout out to Chris, man. Can't wait to run it back. Let the followers see Sean trying to register.